Descendants, I did not wish for this to happen. But if I had continued to oppose the use of the Iron Heart, any trust you had in me would have been lost. I had no other choice but to wait for the best moment to effectively reveal my purpose. Descendant, can you guess what my purpose may be, and what the final option is? To ensure humanity's survival? When we were first linked, we both said we needed the Iron Hearts. That for humankind, an Iron Heart was a means to close the dimensional wall. In which case, why would a guide need Iron Hearts? To deliver them to humankind? No, Descendants. The reason why I need the Iron Hearts is to ensure their destruction. If the dimensional wall is closed, a much bigger cataclysmic event will occur, as you have witnessed. However, so long as the dimensional wall exists, the energy emitted from any Iron Heart will always draw entities from other dimensions to Ingress. For humankind and Ingress to truly experience peace, all Iron Hearts must be destroyed. This is what the ancestors have passed down to me. The regret of your forebears with the future generation as your only hope. Descendants, now is the time to choose. Please, I hope all of humankind will accept the sacred mission left behind by the ancestors.
Hold on a sec. Are you going to destroy the Iron Heart? That's your true purpose?
If that's the case, the Iron Hearts could have just been destroyed in the first place.
She probably didn't know until she saw what happened when we used one. And there's no way Alpha would have allowed it.
It seems there are no other options.
Descendants, I have received the details of your conversation with the guide. I wish to speak with the Descendants regarding the operation. No, regarding the future of humanity. I invite you all to return to HQ. Just get to the point. Destroying the Iron Heart. I'll be honest, it's shocking. I must admit, had I known about this from the start, I would not have used the guide as a strategic asset at all. However, the only reason I'm still calm, even after hearing all of this, is because the operation to close the dimensional wall failed. The enduring wish of humanity was all in vain. Damn it. However, Descendants, the destruction of the Iron Heart is not a decision I can make on my own. Have you ever wondered why the Magisters continue to assist humankind? Officially, our alliance with the Magisters has its roots in our fight against a common enemy, the Vulgus. However, there is an inconvenient truth. Something which Albion headquarters has classified as top secret. The Magisters want the Iron Hearts for their own purposes. The reason they came to us is because their ambition for the Iron Hearts differed from Corell's. Humankind entered into an agreement with the Magisters to receive scientific technology and resources, in exchange for finding and delivering the Iron Hearts to them. Closing the dimensional wall was also a common goal, born from the mutual understanding between humankind and the Magisters. But their true aim was entirely different. Which is why, if we destroy the Iron Heart without consulting them, we will no longer have the support of the Magisters. Descendants, humanity is in a terrible position where we're unable to survive on our own. Without the Magisters' technology, we can no longer plan for our future. I was afraid we would become dependent upon this new entity, the Guide, when faced with this situation. That is why I rejected the Guide, And all of this is why we cannot immediately destroy the Ironheart. We are caught between a rock and a hard place. I need some time to collect my thoughts. I also need to discuss this with the Council of Magisters. For the time being, please obey Nell's command and proceed with the operation. Until I return, I would like the Descendants to consider this development and the future of humanity. We'll discuss our ultimate decision at a later time.
Descendants, I understand everyone will be feeling very confused right now, myself included. However, in times such as these, we need to focus on operations and prepare for the enemy's counteroffensive directed at the Ironheart. It just so happens that Valby has returned from recon with some promising intel. And since this mission is critical to the White Knight Gulch occupation, I need you to join Valby and Eugen as part of it. In the meantime, the executive officers will assist Albion and Alpha.
Water will guide us. Ah, there you are! Are you hurt at all? I was wondering if Dr. Han would have to take a look at you first, but thankfully, I see that won't be necessary. Such a shame about the Ironheart and the dimensional wall. To be honest, I was surprised to hear about our relationship with the Magisters. I thought it was an alliance forged against a common enemy, the Vulgus. I'm starting to appreciate what Alpha said about everything having a price. Anyway, it seems the Magisters have already found 1 or 2 Ironhearts to study. That won't be dangerous, will it? Maybe the real danger will be with this operation. While I was tracking the source of the mysterious gaze, I discovered the location of the base of the Order of Truth. Our mission objectives are to infiltrate the base, find out why the Vulgus forces have been decreasing, and strike the core facilities. There are signs of Eugen's missing medical corps members that are connected to the base. We'll be rescuing and extracting them as well. This mission will be a little dangerous, but let's make it a success and keep everyone alive. We can do this.
Our first target is a structure overlooking the entire gulch called the Eye of Truth. I've sent the mission details about the target and nearby objectives. Make sure you look them over.
So, the culprit behind the ominous gaze you felt is the Eye of Truth?
Yeah. The closer you get to it, the more you feel it stare.
I found a route that leads to the Eye of Truth. There's a Vulgus signal coming from inside. Try it.
I can feel the Vulgus pulse ahead. You handle the fight while I check the situation. Okay?
Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Are they really trying to stop us?
found a Vulgus data terminal. Maybe we can use it to find the information we need.
Well done, Val. Let's see what's in there. That's the voice of one of the members of the medical corps. Damn it! I can't make it out clearly because of the noise.
Watch out! It's a trap! I can feel water drops shaking. A powerful Vulgus must have arrived.
Albion, we have detected a rescue request signal left by the medical corps. We'll rescue them, by any means necessary.
Shall we race?
The voice signal from the Albion channel was transmitted from somewhere nearby. It might be a rescue request from the missing medical corps team. We have to save them. Can you help us?
You don't even have to ask. We're definitely going to save them, aren't we? electronic jamming signals are gone.
Captain! Help us! Please save him! That's one of my missing medical corps members. Where is it coming from?
There's a device nearby generating a specific frequency. Once we stop it, we'll be able to determine the location.
The enemy has a bomb. Use it to blow up the device.
No, we're too late.
Damn it. We found something.
I don't feel the gaze anymore. You did it! We've gained entry into the Order's fortress. Join us there.
Water will guide us. Sorry for suddenly leaving you behind earlier. Dr. Han is really trying, In any case, I think it would be best if we left Eugene to focus on searching for the medical corps members. I don't think he's in the best state to handle any other missions. We should investigate the Order's base and destroy any major facilities. We need to find out why the Vulgus forces have shrunk at such a worryingly fast rate.
Mina, Ash, do you copy? This is Medical Corps Captain Eugene. Vince, Riven, Jane, all members of the Medical Corps, please respond.
Eugene, we're going to begin our investigation of the Order's base. Make sure you find that unit. We need to occupy the outskirts of the fortress so we can fully investigate the facility. You lead the battle. I'll check out the other facilities. There's an underground waterway. If I use it to spread out, I can investigate without getting caught.
nearby. I hope my speculation is wrong, but I need confirmation. I'll need a variety of samples. Thanks for doing this. enough. It'll help along. Thank you.
Whoa, be careful! Vulgus reinforcements coming your way! Are you okay? Thank goodness. I couldn't use comms while in the water.
We've spotted a device that collects experimental data for the Vulgus. We need to figure out what kind of experiments these Vulgus bastards have been conducting. I'll hack the device. Traces of human DNA are scattered throughout this building, and not just from my core members. I need high-quality samples and data. I'm analyzing the data in real time. It seems they've been conducting some pretty grisly experiments nearby. Some parts are encrypted, which is annoying. Even so, we managed to collect quite a lot of data. Thank you.
Yo, Descendant. I bet there's a core facility here that supplies power to the entire area. If we can make it go up in smoke, we're dealing a heavy blow to the Vulgus. Is cut off, but it's still working. Did I choose the wrong facility? Based on the blueprints, there's a backup power source underground. The Vulgus must have activated their backup source. They brought their backup power source online. Once that's removed, their hands are tied. Descendant, how's the situation over there? I'm detecting a powerful energy signal. The Vulgus power grid is shutting down in every zone.
There's one last thing I want to check. Oh, I'm not right. I still need to check. I need biosamples from them to analyze and form a conclusion. I have enough samples. You've been a great help. Everyone, gather at the board.
Is it signs of the medical corps?
I really wish that were the case. But regardless, this intel can't be ignored. Now that everyone's here, I'll tell you what I saw. Underneath this fortress, there is a hatchery that breeds Vulgus soldiers. It's known as the Pool of Life. It's a disgusting Vulgus facility with many horrible uses. During strategy discussions with the Medical Corps, someone once raised the idea of researching the scope of the Vulgus military forces and their estimated losses, as well as how they went about replenishing their forces. The prevailing opinion among the Corps was that since the majority of the Vulgus legions are organic beings, excluding the Legion of Immortality, they would be limited in the number of units they could mobilize. But Captain Glay had a different theory. She thought that as long as the Vulgus had a supply of DNA organic matter, it would be possible for them to create as many organic Vulgus as they wanted. I genuinely hope her theory is incorrect. But the composition of the organic matter we found is a perfect match for the DNA we previously extracted from Vulgus samples. And the cargo boxes filled with this organic matter are connected to the underground. There's a steady flow of them. I believe my Medical Corps members must have learned that there was a Vulgus hatchery here, and attempted to investigate. Regardless, it could be incredibly dangerous down there. And it'd be a waste of resources if you get dragged into this because of my selfish interests. Investigating on my own should be sufficient. It would be best for the rest of you to return to Albion.
There you go again, trying to act all cool and tough. You're more like a piece of paper, easy to blow away. Those aren't selfish reasons. They're called the bonds of friendship. We all understand that. We'll let you take the lead, but when we go back together. Including the members of the Medical Corps.
She really is stubborn.
We should get moving, Dr. Han.
I need to work harder.